Well, good luck at getting that one up.
Yeah, we are back. We are back. Apparently, my internet connection took a little bit of a nosedive, so now it's back, and hopefully it will stay back. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's continue the cast. Makler taking a little bit of damage, dealing quite some damage to Genji, and, well, let's face it, here in the bot lane, he has so much range. What we have talked about, he's actually skirting on the edges of the turret range.
All right, now let's try to take a little bit of an idea of what we want to see here towards the middle of phases of the game. I mean, everybody talks about Dragon, everybody talks about sort of working up to that point, pushing down lanes early and then snowballing. That's but what we're really seeing out of Genja, or not.
You might want to hold on as Mokate might get caught out. That's not going to happen. Down procs decides, well, it's not worth it. Alexi's pretty low, actually, to the skies onto Alexis, forcing a flash from the mid laner from Gambit Gaming, and, well, this is what we have been talking about. Jace putting so much pressure on Castlin. He has to get into melee range, and, well, takes a lot of damage to the face.
And now, yeah, Diamond Proc's actually waiting in the wings. He wants Charu to push out a little bit more, and it looks like he will, but Diamond actually going back over around the circle. A lot of action bottom lane as well, but here comes in Diamond Proc's behind Charu. Immediate flash out from the mid lane there for MeetYourMakers, and that's going to be all she wrote. Edward actually had his back stopped. Will there be an ace in the hole? No, not quite high enough level, but Edward just now hitting level 4 will be forced to go back with just a couple hundred HP.
Yeah, and that was pretty much, this is exactly what we have predicted. The guys from MeetYourMakers, they are going for that early game advantage, and Makler, well, just look at the farm, by the way. 36 versus Genja's 18 farm. That's a huge difference here.
And actually, Diamond Proc's going to be able to steal away that wolf camp away from Mokate. And Mokate actually being really aggressive, going deep into enemy territory. Throws a cleaver, hits Diamond, and will get out alive. But still, some very aggressive play from MYM across the board, shoving in their lanes, and also going for counter jungling on top of that, which is just kind of a nice way to look at that. Bottom turret going to go down in one more auto attack. Livik will actually pick that one up, and that will be the first turret of the game for MeetYourMakers.
And this is exactly... as we have been discussing, the power of Sona, the power of Caitlyn, and this kind of reminds me of the last game. Sona and Twitch dealing a lot of damage, but as you can see in the river, Diamond Prox is hanging about. Looks like Makler has disconnected again. Yeah, Makler has disconnected.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an unfortunate disconnect, and if that's any indication, we're going to have a pause, and there it is. So, you know what, we're going to see what we can do here. Might continue to have some disconnection issues, but do want to see a good game. I mean, when you look at it, it's kind of frustrating when you have people continually doing disconnects back and forth. Do want to actually see some good games. Hopefully, that's what we're going to have. But as far as the game is, concerned, we saw some kind of a great early game from MeetYourMakers in both games, but either way, it kind of results in, well, some disappointment as people keep disconnecting.
Yeah, but fortunately, we have the beautiful pause function, at least for the guys in the game. For us, it's, well, a little bit less. I mean, MeetYourMakers, again, with a huge advantage, but Makler hasn't reconnected yet. He's just going to try and walk away, I guess. We have Diamond here, Makler, well, just jogging on his way back to base, and this is a bit of an anti-climax, as in the top lane, Cuban fighting off Darien, diving pretty deep under the tower. Dominus now wearing off, there's the slice and dice, Ignite going down, Root Spreader going down, Taunt actually landing, this is going to be first blood, Ignite sticking down to Darien, Darien surviving with a sliver of health. Is Cuban wants to go in, oh beautiful!
You are kidding me.
Wow.
I did not think that Call of the Meek was actually going to land, and actually Alex Ish was coming up at the same time, so really all you had to do is kind of like back off there and play a little bit more defensively. I'm not sure exactly what's going down. I mean, you can see Mokate actually just kind of camping out in the jungle. He's a little bit low, but kind of rough to see, the disconnects continuing to hurt MeetYourMakers. I mean, traditionally we'd like to see, hey, even teams across the board, and I'm actually really impressed with MeetYourMakers' play. I mean, in both games, they have crushed the early phase, always taking a turret first, always taking down those early objectives, and that's what they actually continue to do in this game as well. You can see for the longest time, actually currently, the gold advantage is still in favor of MeetYourMakers, even though they're a little bit down.
I wouldn't call it a little bit. Mundo actually chilling at the golems. I'm just going to take a quick look at Mundo. Yeah, he's just... Well, I don't know what he's doing. He's just doing the Harlem Shake, I guess, or something. I believe that's the thing right now. Libic now jumping into the middle. And... more and more disconnects. I think Jace is also disconnected. Is also no longer moving. Let's take a quick look at the armor values, which should give us a little bit of an indication. Yeah, the armor value on Caitlyn is maxed out.
And so something that's also maxed out. Look at Diamond Prox's manliness to the maximum. Goes on to Libic between enemy turrets. And Libic actually makes it back to his base. Ward goes over the wall. Not quite within turret range. Or is it? Oh, he's going to go back over the wall. Diamond Prox, he's looking. He's waiting. Will he Audacious Charge? He doesn't have the mana. There's the flash used instead. And he actually doesn't have enough mana to do anything. He's going to get the last knockout. But the creeps will pick it up. And there's the Ignite. Scoring the kill. Libic takes down Diamond Prox.
Yeah, but there's Alexish. Hello, I'm Castin. Riftwalk over the wall. Even Absolute Zero by Edward. Yeah, so basically we're looking at a game that is unfortunately a bit of an anticlimax. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to be taken care of, because this just, well, everybody's heading back to base from MeetYourMakers. They're just staying there and, well... Looks like they are going to try. I guess Gambit Gaming is just going to push this one out.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit surprised to see, if they let it go on for a little bit longer. I mean, it's kind of frustrating to see, the disconnects happen, but either way, you got to hand it to Gambit Gaming. I mean, they've gone undefeated the entire season, rather. I say semesters because I've been doing a collegiate League of Legends casting for the last weekend. But really, when you look at it, it's been decent. It's been really good performances from Gambit, and when you go in here to the Grand Finals, I mean, I would have expected them to be able to pick up the victory, but MYM, really great attempt, making it all the way through to the Grand Finals over the course of the season. Now it does look like middle inhibitor will fall. MYM continuing to have some issues, but that's going to be the first inhibitor of the game going over to Gambit Gaming.
Yeah, Cubon just getting annihilated there. Ignite goes down to Darien, but he tried to put up a little bit of fight. First inhibitor going down, as you have said. I'm probably not alive, so that might be the issue. The Nexus turret is next to fall. Ghost going out from Genja, and they're just, well, trying to kill Libic, not succeeding. Well,
yeah, it's kind of surprised that Genja can't kind of full combo Libic, but then you realize that it's level 6 and 7, so probably not really what you want to go for. Now, Edward actually could go down here to 2 more turret shots, but makes it out alive, and then we'll keep pushing in these minions in here for Gambit Gaming. A little bit of an anticlimactic victory, kind of unfortunate. People just blowing flashes there in the base. Flashing one another, that's slightly inappropriate, but you know what, a lot of things this game kind of fit under that category. Darien just continues to shove top lane, Genja just kind of cleansing and running around, and so at this point, we kind of get to see a little bit of the pros doing some trolls as they continue to push down this middle lane as super minions enter the base.
Yeah, but sometimes it happens, and I guess, well, this is unfortunate. We will have to discuss this with how this goes. We are the casters, we do not talk about whether games should be played again or not. To answer the guys on stream, of course, you guys, well, I totally understand your feelings about this, but we are not the admins of this tournament. Genja now getting stand united as he was tanking a little bit of a turret, Nexus turret going down. An open Nexus, it's not doing anything. Are they going to be picking up the kill into Alexish? Well, Alexish doesn't care. Flash ward actually from Cubon. Ruthless Predator landing on Alexish, and that's a kill for Cubon. Looks like they might go for that last counter attack and then flash back onto the fountain.
You know, that's one option, but to be honest, they really do have to just continue to clear things out here. I mean, with Diamond Prox, Darien, and Genja all in the base, Gambit Gaming will go ahead and use the super minions as well as, I guess, the 3 champions there to go ahead and kill off the Nexus. I think Libic's just kind of, chilling out there. Cubon leaves the game. The Nexus falls, and that will be a 2-0 victory for Gambit Gaming.
Yeah, it's a little bit anticlimactic, as we will keep you